I like that one. Yeah. You are listening to the Lost Minds. You say it, that sounds better. You are listening to the Lost Minds podcast.
Let's get this session started with a deep breathing exercise. And by deep breathing exercise, I mean, see on the inside.
Hello. What are you doing? Just making a podcast. Bet your ass cool.
Welcome to the Lost Minds Spooky Edition. It's not that spooky, but I'm freaking out. Brick, where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
I miss you so. He literally disappeared like a ghost.
20% ghost and 50%
Who you gonna call?
not to remember the name.
10% luck, 50% skill, 100% reason he brought in a Uinta Pale Ale.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty, yeah.
Except for it's a Pilsner.
Dude, come on. Nobody knew that.
And like a ghost, I
False
slid back
news.
in.
I'll tell you what. Never mind. Never mind.
Say about a ghost.
Erase that. We're gonna just edit that out.
It is February 17th.
2019.
February 17, 1942. Do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
No. But I will tell you, though, if I'm walking down a dark corridor, I still feel something behind me. Even though I don't believe in anything, it's still like the back of my neck's like, there's something back there. There's something behind you. They're following you. They're getting closer. They're getting closer. I turn around and there's nothing there.
The voices?
Yeah, the voice is in my head.
If you turn around and there's somebody there.
No, that'd be fucking creepy.
I was wondering if...
But like when I was little and, you know, parents would tell you, like, turn off the lights in the basement before you come upstairs. You'd always be like, try to get as far away as possible, just your fingertips touching the freaking light switch. You're like, flick, and then run up the stairs as fast as you can, because you don't want that ghost clown grabbing you.
Look at that darkness.
Whatever the hell it is.
Darkness.
Or you just pretend that it's not going to happen. You're just like, oh, I'm not even scared. I can do this. Flick the light and just walk a little faster than average.
Ghost clown? Is that your scariest? The ghost clown?
I think when the first It came out, that's what haunted me for a couple of years. But then when I was younger, what happened with me is I was laying there and I was afraid of my like limbs hanging off my bed, like my arms or legs, because I thought at night like something would come up out underneath my bed and grab my arms and pull me under. So I came to the conclusion, I was like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen to you if you die in your sleep? You won't even know it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I was like, if you're going to kill me, just do it. And the next day I woke up and I was like, nothing actually happened. And I got over my fear of that and of the dark. This happened when I was like about like 10 or something like that. And that's how I got over my fear. I just accepted that if it's going to kill me, it's going to kill me. Fuck it. Let's see what you got. And I ended up living. And I was like, you know what? I ain't afraid of it anymore.
That's what I did.
Did you ever have any childhood fears?
Not so much the darkness. And
I do remember running and jumping on my bed.
Why?
So I can get snatched before I stepped onto my bed. That's one. It's the same thing
From
as
underneath it?
limbs.
So like
being
something
snatched.
just being under the bed, like,
Yeah, gotcha.
I wonder where that comes from. Because like a lot of kids are afraid of that. And closets too, like there's
It's that
creepy things in
movie
there.
with the blue monster guy. What's his name?
Monster Inc.
No,
Boogeyman?
No.
Oh, but I see what you mean in
The
just
one
in
with like
general,
all the
you know.
piercings and shit.
Piercing?
And the horns. I'm gonna have to look that
Dude,
up.
I know which one you're talking about, though. It's like the boogeyman or it's like an old school one, and things get lost under there.
And he just like...
You got horn one's broken or something.
I might have seen that, and that's probably what started it.
Fucking died.
Don't freak. I was like,
We'll
what are you
never
doing?
Find out. I guess as far as the under the bed thing, dude, I wonder if it's like a snake thing or like a spider
Related
thing.
back to old days.
Yeah, something, because that is a weird thing. Like, it's always like a lot of people are always like, check the closet, check under the bed, you know, for the boogeyman or the ghost. Or
It's
whatever.
definitely not natural.
You don't think it's natural for
No.
people to be afraid of that?
No way, dude.
So you think there actually is something there, and kids are actually afraid of something being there? And
My
we just don't
daughter can
remember it?
sleep in a dark room. She's,
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know.
They make it up.
she's not terrified. I don't need to put a nightlight until one of her cousins or one of her aunts or uncles is like, "Wow, I was hiding in the darkness,"
Oh, yeah.
or says, "Oh, the boogeyman will get you in the dark," and then from then their minds or their imagination will wander and fucking blast off into space.
That's true. I also hated nightlights, dude, because they would illuminate the room just enough, but not enough to see in the dark spots.
They created more shadows.
yeah,
And if
you're
they
just
create
like,
more shadows, you're more in the know.
yeah, your mind goes crazy, and then your parents get you the ones that have the rotating thing, so there's like a moving shadow constantly.
My parents thought it'd be a good idea to get the Halloween edition, so I had Freddy Krueger's face above my bed, dude.
Little Chuckies.
Little Chuckies.
that
They
was
got me
always the
little
weird
dolls
thing.
that would just run around.
And every 25 to 38 minutes, a little run across. So you don't know when it's going to happen, and it just would happen.
You're like,
Yeah,
it happened
nice.
between 15 minutes and 30-minute intervals. You would never know.
It's terrifying.
It's happened 50. It was 15 minutes last time. Should be 30 minutes.
And now. No. Oh. I guess I'm so.
Oh God, it's in there with me.
It's probably just mice. You're like, what the heck is that? No.
You know what's even
The boogeyman.
creepier is when you're laying in your room and your door's closed and you're sitting there like panicking and you call for your dad and you're like, "Dad, Mom," and then you hear them walking down the freaking hallway, and then they stop outside your door and the door opens and there's nobody there and you're like, "Ah, shit!" And you fucking jump up, slam your door, fucking barricade that shit. You go get your Red Ryder BB gun, hide in the closet, and then you're sitting in the closet and you're like, wait a minute. What if this thing is in the top of the closet looking down at me? So you unload one round up there, comes
Boom.
back down, hits you right in the forehead. You start crying. Your dad comes to the room, calls you an idiot,
Your little brother falls out of the
freaking takes your BB gun away from you, and you could
with
never have it
all
again.
the scary stuff, it always is like that for me though too. With even going with, I think most kids, all of a sudden it's like, what is that, And then their imagination, it's the boogeyman, it's this, it's whatever. You put the whatever dots you want to connect to it, and ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doop. It could be a scary clown, but whatever it is. But then once you find out what it is, at least for me, it's like, oh, it's a clown. Oh, fucking clowns are stupid. Oh, it's a horned man underneath my bed. Why is there a horned thing
horny
doing
guy?
underneath? Yeah, there's a horny guy under my bed.
He's like really horny. He's got
Why
a
is
lot
there a
of
horny
hard
guy under
horns.
your bed? He's like, well, wouldn't there be a horny guy under your bed? Good question. It's like, there goes a paradox. Two good questions.
You're like, well, guess that one's out the window. I used to do stupid shit too.
Guys underneath your bed.
Yeah, I would just.
I just wait for
Horny
him to-
guys on your bed.
Yeah,
No, have you
wait for him
ever
to peek up?
when you were younger? Have you ever got the courage to just like stick
Talk
your
up to
arm
those
under the
horny
bed
guys
and
under the
like
bed?
see if there was anybody down there?
And you're like nervous, but you're like, hi, see nothing. Going to bed. Terrified.
Yeah.
Sweating bullets.
You can call it courage. I'm courageous today.
You know what I did one time? I actually crawled under the bed and slept under there.
You know what I did one time?
What?
I flipped my bed with one hand and I said, no, monster, not tonight.
Not on my birthday.
I am 8. Enough is enough.
I've had 8 full years of terror.
Yep.
I refuse to live in
So
it.
you know what I did? Fucking took the mattress off, laid on the ground.
Set the house on fire.
You like flip the mattress. There's like a monster under there. He just rolls over. You dumb, stupid,
Can't you
dumb,
stop
stupid bitch.
fucking sleeping?
I can't. I'm gonna use dumb and stupid so many times it's redundant in itself.
You
Pull it
dumb,
back over like a little kid, trying to go back to bed. And it's like, whoosh. It's like, oh,
Dude, I'd be like, okay.
Are you stupid?
no, I only come out
or
at
you
night.
deaf?
Are you stupid or dumb? One of them.
I keep scratching the bottom of your bed so you know I'm down there, and you still don't get it.
It'd be like that. I've seen a lot of those commercials. What is that game that's out right now where it's like they never forget or something? And so in the game, the one guy like kills the guy every single time. He's like, "Eat it, dude!" And so like the guy like follows him around his entire life growing up and makes him like he's like driving his boat and he like sinks his boat and he's like, "Eat it, George," or whatever. And it's like,
What the fuck?
yeah, and then it-
Ultimate troll?
It's a game?
yeah, it's a game. It's called like oh, dang it, like Badlands or something, but it's something similar to that. And there's also another one where the guy, like, he jumps by and, like, saves the guy or whatever, and he's like, not today. And the guy, like, ends up going through his whole life saving him. The guy, like, he goes to pull the plug on him because he's old and dead, and he's like, plugs it back in. He's like, not today. And the guy, like, falls out of the building and catches him, not today. It's like,
I haven't
the
seen
thing
that.
going on.
What?
Imagine that's your little monster underneath your bed. You, like, flip over the bed. You're like, I'm standing up to you today. He's like, not today. Not today.
Lays back down
Rolls
under
the
his
bed
bed.
back over. You're like, all right.
Next
So go to
year.
bed. Go back to bed. We'll deal with this later. It's like later tonight. It's like later. It's like, oh, fuck. Go back to the
It
same.
is later.
The same running
What about
thing back
now?
there. Is there monsters underneath the bed? Is there?
I always thought monsters would be when I was little, they'd be the super creepy, like super skinny, long-armed with nails, sitting in the corner of your room. And my brain would always be like, well, the shadow's really awkward, so like his body couldn't fit in there. It's like, well, unless his arms were spread out over like the roof, like a ceiling, and he was just like standing there with his like tiny little legs. I'm like, that'd be kind of creepy if he just came running at me like really fast, all skinny, looking like a Slender Man kind of thing.
I always thought it was just a deformed fucking monster-looking thing, you know?
When the movie what's the one, The Ring, when that one came out, I vacuumed my room and my little brother threw a bunch of towels or something on it, and I came home and fell asleep, and I wasn't even paying attention that it was a vacuum in there with like a bunch of towels stacked on top of it.
Oh, shit.
So I woke up and I seen the thing standing there in the middle of the room, and it looked like a person, like hunched over, standing there, and I was just
That's
like,
terrifying.
oh, fuck.
You go fucking jump kick it.
And I'm like, dude, it is dark, but there was just that street light, because there's a street light right outside my house, so that street light was coming in through the window. Like, it's dark in here, but it's just light enough that I can see there's a person standing there. And I'm like, I called my little brother's name. I was like, douchebag, are you standing there? No reply. Doesn't even move. And I was like, fuck. All right, there's one way I'm going out of this world, and that's going to be like a Viking. So I'm just going to run up to it and grab it. And I do it, and I'm like, it's a fucking vacuum, and I'm a complete moron.
They push you down. You're like, stupid vacuum. Turn around, the shadow's still there. What the fuck? You look around. There's a guy
Oh,
standing
God,
outside
dude.
the window. Into the shadows.
Oh,
It's that alien video. Remember that YouTube alien video where the guy's like taking a video of the light post, and then it like kind of peeks out from the side?
Yeah.
That shit was creepy.
Supposed to be like back in it's like in South America or something like that. Yeah.
Some Spanish place.
Dude, I can see some crazy shit going on down there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of uncharted territory. There's even tons of uncharted territory here in the North Americas.
Grand Canyon.
Dude, like, what are they called? Skinwalkers, dude. You ever hear of
The
those?
Skinwalker.
Dude, I cannot get over that shit. Something's gotta be
Out
going
there.
on, yeah.
The Skinwalker Ranch. I'm always intrigued by all those places, but at the same time, now sometimes I'm kind of take it with a grain of salt because I would like to go out there and check it out. But I remember the one time I went on a paranormal activity hunt with my mom at that Brigham City mine, or no, it was a mill. It was a Brigham City mill, and like halfway through it, me and my one cousin, we were kind of, I don't know, I guess told that there was all kinds of crazy haunted shit going on, and they put us recordings of stuff. Like, these are recordings we picked up earlier on from like other trips. And it was like fucking, it sounds like clowns, like like it was just cheesy.
Clowns are scary.
Not to me. They're really annoying to me. I guess that is scary. I'm like, you're wasting my time.
I don't know. I don't know about paranormal activity stuff.
But with that guy there, though,
I know the first
we gave him
one
that
was
same
real.
shit. We're like, dude, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. And he's like, it's because you guys aren't believing. He's like, you have to be receptive to it. He's like, I've already seen 2-3 premonitions through the sides of my eyes and stuff. You just got to be open to it. You got to be receptive to where it comes. It's not like it's going to be a ghost like Casper right in your face. Oh, hello, I'm here. You know, he's like,
He actually said that to you guys?
yeah.
Wow.
And so I was like, all right. He's like, sometimes I would even come in here, and he had one area in the little mill. He's like, I'll just set up a lawn chair. He's like, it's like what sightseeing. He's like, you see stuff all night. I was like, I bet you do.
I think it would be really
Bet you
creepy if he
do.
actually seen something like fucked up happen. Like he's just sitting there, and
He
then,
wouldn't be there if he did.
It's so true.
He wouldn't be there if he did.
Yeah.
Fucking.
He'd be like, "Fuck this! I just saw a fucking lady, real lady, get pushed over a handrail by a ghost."
Yeah, freaking.
No. Or like one ghost killing another ghost kind of thing.
That's impossible.
Not actually killing it, but like reproducing the killing. Like the ghost, like grabs the other ghost and like slits his throat and pushes it over a thing, and
Definitely wouldn't be back there, dude.
or like let's say he's
If that
walking.
was me, I'd be like, "Well, that place is fucking haunted. Do not go there."
Like, let's say he's walking at the bottom of a staircase, right? Like a spiral staircase, and there's like 10 feet between each stairs, like in the middle. So it's like a giant shaft going.
There we go. We figured it out, ladies and gentlemen.
And he looks up and he sees like two people arguing, and then all of a sudden, like one person like grabs the other person, stabs him in the throat, and pushes him off.
Giant shaft.
Or pushes him off over the railing of the freaking stairs, and he sees this other person hit the ground, and then they disappear. And then he looks up, and the other person runs away.
Which one has the giant shaft?
They're in the
Fell?
shaft.
Oh, okay. They're in the shaft.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter how that story plays out. He's never going back
Dude,
there.
imagine that shit though. It's like it just falls. It's a
yeah.
silo. It falls all the way down. It's like poof. He's just sitting in there. All right, gets up, folds his little chair up. All right, tries to scurry out of there and shit.
And the whole time he's walking out, shit's going on around him, like people walking in between doorways and shit. Like
They're all
you
just
going?
pointing and laughing at him. Real paranormal activity guy, huh? Look at this guy. Oh, he wants to find ghosts, and now he sees someone. He's leaving.
everyone.
Pull out your recorder. Nope, we killed the batteries. Nobody's gonna believe you, you ass.
Yeah, they're like,
It's like a Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah, it's like, look at you.
oh look at bitch. Oh,
No, seriously,
man, now
boys,
what are we
stop
gonna
him
do?
before he gets out the door. He's like, oh, she's just booking it.
Now they're like, remember what he did upstairs 2 nights ago? He thought nobody was watching him. What a fucking pervert. Oh my god.
what would they do in the meantime? Like if there was ghosts, you know? It's like they're just sitting around, dude. Where the fuck
Are
are
all
these
the people?
I need to haunt someone. Stuck in the fucking mill, and then it gets abandoned. And it's abandoned. It's like that's hell right there. Really.
It's like, imagine when you die, the Grim Reaper's like, you can either go to hell, or you could pick one place of your choosing and be stuck there for all eternity. Well, a lot of people work at the lumber mill. I choose the lumber mill. Goes there the next day. We declare the lumber mill abandoned. It's like, oh, fuck. God damn. I shouldn't have picked the mines. I'm stuck in the rocks.
I choose Century 13 theaters.
How packed do you think the fucking White House would be?
Dude, it'd be so funny.
'Cause that'd be like a popular answer,
Everyone's
right?
sharing a bed and stuff. Yeah, all the, like Abraham. Which president would think they're number one? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. Everyone like laying next to each other and stuff.
They're all trying to like.
This is a bed of ghosts.
Into the middle.
Yeah,
Well, good night, everybody. You're welcome on my bed.
head to feet, head to feet.
The first president is like, I believe this is my place.
This is George Washington. He's like, when I was here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Trump's nowhere to be found. He's like in New Jersey in his mansion. Like, dude, fuck this.
I heard
What is
a-
this? White
I heard a
Shack? The White
squeak.
Shack?
I hit a ghost. I know I did.
Yeah, it'd be like Talladega
Believe
Nights, where he's
me.
like, "Your house is haunted, dude." But he's like, "Man," he's like, "How do you turn?" He's like, "Your house is haunted," or whatever. When he's like trying to tell him, he's like, "I'm hearing voices." He's like, "How do I turn on the DVD and the VCR at the same time?" He's like, "Why would you try to watch a DVD and a VCR?" He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Sometimes I want to watch like an old favorite or whatever." And that would be a ghost, to be honest.
So besides ghosts, do you think any other creepy crawlers are around, like El Chupacabra or vampires?
Ooh, that's a good one. I can see. I don't know. Maybe. I would like to believe more in like chupacabras and Bigfoot and stuff like that, but
You don't think vampires are real?
vampires I can see more.
I think vampires definitely,
Like a secret society and stuff, dude. I could easily do that. I feel.
in a
There's a
sense,
difference between a secret society and a vampire, though.
no, like a secret society, but they're vampires.
Like Blade.
Oh, no.
Where they're kind of in the
I
underground.
feel like that's kind of like a circus, isn't it?
I feel like with
I mean,
them,
it
it's
could
like
be.
when you change
purebred.
your blood, yeah, and you become like some weird secret. They almost you're like forced to be a part of that secret society. I imagine that would be when it would work more so. You know, there would be that weird, it's like that Fight
X-Men?
Club thing. You know, First rule about Fight Club: you don't talk about Fight Club.
First rule of being a vampire is you don't talk about being a vampire.
And you don't go outside.
Because you don't. If you're already like, it's like with anything, you know. Don't if you're asking, you don't know, or you know, if you're talking, you can't afford and type of stuff.
So we're obviously not vampires, right, guys?
Are we?
That's what we want you to think. Well, I'm actually a werewolf.
I'm actually a fucking scarecrow, motherfuckers.
It's like I'm a werecat instead of it's like a wolf. It's like
On top of
a
that,
fucking tiger.
what are you gonna be for Halloween?
On top of my werewolf.
Yeah, you're
costume?
saying you're that, but are you actually gonna be a werewolf for Halloween, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like American Werewolf in London. I'll have just like paint like kitty cat whiskers on my face and stuff like that. They're like, everyone's like, "Oh, you're a cat."
Oh, manly werewolf, bitch!
Werewolf, dude. It's like,
Is that really what you're gonna do? Because that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do it.
yeah, how the neighborhood cats are all like shaved. They're like, what the fuck? It's like a calico cat.
You got like all their hair on you.
On me and
I
shit.
couldn't afford actual werewolf masks, so I shaved all the neighborhood cats and used their hair for my fur.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go with that story though. I'll go with telling them that I'm just a realist. Be like, but really, this actually costs more because I had to buy the actual animal themselves and kill it. It's like,
What'd you buy? A werewolf to kill? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just all these multicolored ones. Someone's like, dude, that looks like my mom's color cat.
So you know somebody buzzed our cat, and
She
he
has a
looks
Savannah
really weird
cat.
now.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have a Savannah cat. She has a bald cat.
What about you, dude? What are you gonna be?
Snakeskin.
A what?
What are you gonna be?
A snake's
A snake skin? What the fuck is that?
You know when a snake sheds its skin?
Uh huh.
I'm gonna be that.
the leftover sack.
You're just gonna be a snake sack.
There you go.
That's actually pretty scary.
I know. What are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be a newborn baby.
Oh, he's gonna be all slimy.
I'm gonna be slimy and butt naked and
That'd actually
crying the whole time.
that'd be a good costume actually if you came all covered in blood and stuff like that, all slimy.
Umbilical cord and everything. Dude. My mom has to
lasso.
come to this party.
Dude, that would
The costume doesn't work.
that'd be disgusting, but it'd be so good. Just slime slipping. You're like, guys, you know that old hair gel they used to have in like the gallon mugs?
It's still around the LA
Is it?
looks.
The aloe vera look stuff. Just put that all over you. It's just like dripping.
I like it.
Oh, that'd be so
But,
fucking gross.
are you actually dressing up for something?
No, I don't think I'm gonna do anything this year. If I was, I'm just gonna say I'm a ghost and not show up.
No trick or treat. Yeah, I bet you would be a ghost showing up on people's fucking front porches and stuff with some ghost costume with the eyes cut out, trying to burn ghost symbols.
Lowercase t's
Yeah.
into people's yards.
Be like, oh, time to get the hell out. They'd be like, Admir, why are you burning this in your own yard? So I'm ready to move. I'm out here.
Ready to move. It's time.
It's time to get the hell out of here. Just reaffirming, you know? Don't you ever write down your own goddamn goals? Fuck. It's every day they tell you to write down your goals.
Dude.
But as far as like the costumes and stuff, I haven't really decided too much because I hadn't gotten into it as much because I went to Home Depot and I noticed that everything there is fucking Christmas already.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
I was like,
For
wow,
real?
dude, everything's already Christmas. No Halloween stuff. I was
Damn.
surprised. I was like, well,
Well, what do you get?
no
Yeah.
Halloween, no Thanksgiving. We're straight.
Dude,
but-
you know what'd be really funny is you go to someone's thing dressed up as Santa Claus. They're like, what the fuck? This is the only costume I can find in the aisle. This is Santa Claus next
all
to
they
all
have.
the other Christmas shit.
That's a good costume. No one ever goes as Santa Claus, huh?
Nobody ever goes to Santa Claus.
Someone goes. Thanks, Admiral.
You can't
idea.
steal my idea.
You said you're going as a baby, a big naked baby.
Big naked baby. But
Like I said, a bloody baby.
big bloody baby.
Everyone's like, "Where'd you get the blood?" She fucking jumped in front of my own car. Okay. It's not like I just fucking picked up some random homeless person.
I can't see it with all this stuff in my eyes. Anyway. The hair gel. The hair gel.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say something else. Some other human gel.
No, hair gel.
Mother
Dude, it was
gel.
part of the costume, bro. Part of the costume, man.
It's like, what was that other? Was it not bod gel? It was like got to be glue. No,
Gorilla Glue? Super
LA
glue.
looks.
Remember that LA looks? They had like all those corny ass fucking gels and stuff you wear in your high school.
Spiked.
Yeah, wear your spiked shit. Fucking spray some bod on there, maybe some Axe. Hey, ladies, you want to come nowhere near me?
You want to come? Do you want to see like personal protection?
PPE.
No person will get near you within a 5-mile radius.
You want to see my snake skin?
Hey.
Shit in the snake skin.
Friends going as a snake skin. Did I love it?
But instead of going to snakeskin, I'll just buy a bag of candy instead, I guess. Because that's what I'd seen in a couple states. They made it illegal for anyone over the age of 16 to trick or treat.
Illegal?
Illegal.
Over the age of
Iowa.
16 to trick or treat?
Over the age of 16, yeah.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, buy your own fucking candy, you deadbeat 16-year-old piece of garbage. I don't know if that's what it said in the ledger, but I would hope it would say something like that, you know.
What if like a bunch of hot babes dressed as nurses and tennis players and waitresses want to walk around in some super freaking good looking outfits that I think should be legalized all year round, want to come to your house and pick on some candy, and all you got is Snickers, and you're like, here you go, ladies.
I can just see Admir's like, you know how hard it is to try and get someone to come up to your door and get candy. Normally, he's like, most of the time I like see someone coming down the street, and maybe if they're eating a Skittle or two, I'll pull a bag of Skittles and just lay one down on the ground. Back up a little bit, lay another one down. Back up a little bit, lay another one down. It's like leads to the house. Stuff like that. And they walk by. Fuck!
A piece of candy.
78 more days till Halloween. 78 more days. So go back out and do it again every day. Can't coax anyone in.
Dude, I want to get into the spirit of Halloween, like do like some cool shit in the front yard, but then I think about it.
Dude.
Seance?
Like,
he's
hey,
taking
that
this to
cat looks
another level.
really fucking real, Admir.
Dude, that'd be cool. You actually like make it look like you're trying to do like a sacrifice. Like, oh my god, Admir's taking it to the next level. You're goddamn right. I'm taking it to the next level.
Dude, that actually would be pretty cool. Like in the front yard, do like,
Like,
a
dude.
what is it called?
Pentagram.
Witchcraft?
A pentagram
like that, right?
with a
On
circle
fire and shit.
and like candles and shit, and you're laying in the middle, and it's like free candy, and you're holding the bowl like right on your belly.
You make a trap door, makes you drop into
on your
it.
belly. So they're
I like how Rick finally, you're butt naked laying there in the middle of the
in
pentagram.
there. It's like, take one, bobbing for apples. Dude. Bobbing for apples. It's like, dude, guys, I'm gonna drown in there, dude. I can't get that up. Dude, if it's like the Saw, you just have them come in your garage. You know, it's like Saw, so you're just laying there on the ground. They're like, fucking, what the fuck? This is weird. It's like you're just laying there. Want to play a game?
Some kid with a concealed carry permit puts your ass down. You're like,
Trick or treat, or like
waiting
that
for
guy
it,
that
man.
fucking goes door to door with that fake ass kid and sits it there. Have you seen that?
yeah, that's funny as
Trick or
shit.
treat, and the kid's like sitting there. That's kind of dead. I'd be like, don't forget candy for daddy. I can put some candy in daddy's baggie. Thank you. Fucking walk off.
Leave the kid there.
And my kid would be like freaking probably like, yeah, it's a few months old. And it's like just wearing full blown, like, I don't know, 3-4-year-old's clothes. Just like laying it on the ground. It's like playing, shaking and stuff. Trick or treat. It's flubber.
It's flubber.
Zero fucking
Oh,
Dido
man,
or
I
whatever.
just thought of the kid
Dildo.
not even being...
Oh god, no, dude! Don't even go there.
It's like just laying. Oh, that'd be funny, dude. Laying as a semen and
it's
stuff like that. You just jerk off on the front porch.
Come on.
Ring the doorbell. It's like walks just like, looking down. Just there's a little oyster on the ground. What is that? I'm a father. Can't you see?
God.
That should be funny. It's like, all right, he drops fucking Jolly Rancher in there.
Dig it out. Closes the door.
It's like, what's this mystery flavor?
checkmate.
They don't make mystery flavor Jolly Ranchers. And that's how I was born. It's like, off a mystery flavor Jolly Rancher.
It's just the giant Jolly Rancher
dude,
child running
That's
around.
why you can't skip Halloween. Look at all that great stuff that goes on Halloween, and you go straight to fucking Thanksgiving. Well, I guess are they going to get rid of Thanksgiving? Because they got rid of Columbus Day, right? We got Indigenous peoples.
Why
now.
would they get rid of Thanksgiving?
Because it was like a, I don't know, dog and pony show for
once
taking your fucking
once you get a parade
country.
for your holiday, then it's cemented in.
It's so true. Even
I
with
think the reason
Columbus
people
Day,
like Thanksgiving so much is because I think people gain like 5 pounds for that one weekend.
And shopping.
And shopping, it's fun. Black Friday's there, right?
It's not Black Friday anymore. It's early Thursday.
What do they call it?
What?
Or late Thursday shopping now.
I only go on Cyber Monday.
I'm actually going to buy some shit on Cyber Monday or whatever the fuck day it is. I'm going to get on there and buy some shit. Because I was
kind of
looking at
shit?
it, and if you plan what you want to get before it happens, on Cyber Monday, you actually get some good deals. Like,
I know On It does theirs. They'll do like 50% off like all day.
I know
Like
a lot of
crazy
people.
amounts, shit.
I know a lot of people think it's like a conspiracy where it's, you know, the stores, they just tell you you're saving 50% off a brand new TV, but they just hiked up the price. And then when you come in on Black Friday, oh, it's $1,000 TV, I'm getting it for $500, but when in reality it was always $500. But on Cyber Monday, you can actually keep track of what stuff was and how much it cost. And you can get on there and it actually is discounted, 25%, 30%, whatever. And then at the end of your shopping spree, instead of spending $1,200, you're spending $950 or something. It's a good save. I mean, you're still spending good money, but if it's something you wanted and you planned it out ahead, it's pretty good. And that's one thing I do like.
They mass produce a certain amount of like TVs and shit just for that sale. And then after the sale, after Christmas, a couple months after, those TVs go back on sale.
Oh, yeah, that's
So-
the idea of the sale, right? Isn't it like they do it like that? They make a certain amount, and once they run out, they're sold out. They're sold out for the Black Friday sale. It's gone. And that's what they earned or whatever. That it's
So
actually kind of
Quality shittier.
I mean,
My thing I'm going for is video cards and RAM sticks, and that's it. And a monitor. I'm going to buy a badass monitor.
stick, get a new microphone. Ran into a guy that was selling microphones, and he's showing me some stuff. These different microphones, and they're like $1,100 and shit. I'm like,
Shit, where'd you run into a guy selling microphones?
Hey,
my
you
lift.
want to buy a microphone?
You're like, dude, I was just at Taco Bell ordering a freaking shredded chicken quesadilla, and this
Guy
guy...
in a trench coat walks in.
He keeps bumping up against me, and I'm like, dude, is
He's
that a fucking microphone in your pocket, or are you trying to interview me, huh?
He's like, actually, a little bit of both.
It's like, yeah, it's like, damn, that was a lot smaller than I was thinking it was going to be inside that.
This is our new
Got a lot of
micro
microphones
edition.
still in there. No, I'm out of microphones. It's like,
It's
so with
disturbing.
I think it would be cool to get another microphone so that we could do more of like guest D&D stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of fun. Because as far as
Who would we have on, though?
I asked a couple
And
other
now
people.
you must enter our contest to be our
Yeah,
next
there you go.
guest.
That's what I was thinking about doing, actually, going down to the like gaming place, that Ebon Games or something, and putting like a little flyer out, for the ones. But then,
Yeah, if you want to get really serious.
yeah. But then I was thinking too, though. I was like, do you want to make sure they're like normal? You just be like, hey, come over, dude. It's like, come over here. It's like fucking. What you got here? Yeah, this is my wife and my daughter and stuff. You don't say. Got yourself a daughter, huh?
Oh, God.
A wife too. What'd you think I had? It's like, why all of a sudden you like country and stuff like that? I don't know.
Do you have any?
Got a bit of twang coming through my.
I think it's the Halloween season. I get multiple Would you guys say you had multiple personalities?
Would I say I do?
Yeah.
Only during Halloween. I don't like the things I do during Halloween.
Well, you should have seen the way he took a sip of that drink as you said that. Creeped me out. No, but I'm serious though. Do you think you have them, or do you think it's
Multiple
just
personalities?
one person in your brain? Yeah.
No, I think the emotion is like that thing. Depending on like when you catch you, it's like if you're in like whatever mood. However, someone's like, "Hey, mind if I interview you?" I think the interview will change. Depending on the status of that day. Depending on if you got a promotion compared to if you lost the job, vice versa.
Because I think I have another person in my brain. Is that weird?
I think you get like
No.
6, 7.
I think that's normal.
Like, they talk to me. They're always telling me things.
You heard it here first,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
They're like telling me to do stuff. They're like, create AH power. Like, what is that? Admiral Husket power. It's no longer AC. We don't have that alternating current. No need for direct current. It's Admir's current. It's like we
It's
have
gonna be
AC.
better,
Right, it's
faster,
Admir's current.
Stronger. No, it's usually
5
telling me
times
really
sooner.
dumb things like, don't drink the water that fast. And I'm like, What?
So it's just yourself.
Yeah. You're eating that food like a pig. And I'm just like, leave me alone. I can eat pounds of bacon if I like.
Yeah. It's like, you gotta go to the bathroom. It's like, God, I gotta piss again. It's like, what? I'm just talking to the voice in my head. Yeah, I heard you say you gotta piss again out loud. Yeah, I was just talking to the voice in my head. I gotta piss again.
Yeah, it's really dumb things like that. And it's annoying.
It's probably, I think, normal. I bet that's a normal
Yeah,
thing.
it's like just realizing something.
Yeah.
No, but it's like always whispering. I can't even sleep sometimes.
How does your body communicate to you sometimes? You know, you don't know. And you're just like, I feel like shit. I feel like crap. Yeah,
No. I mean, like, I hear it. Like, I hear it. Like, it talks to my brain. It's like, yo, dude, there's probably somebody in your closet. And I'm like, God damn it. Why are you saying that again? I'm serious, though. It's probably in there. And I'm like, all right, I'll check it. Nothing in there. Proven wrong. You're not right.
Like,
Do you have a cupboard in your room?
But it's probably standing behind you. Oh, fuck. Come on. Nope, nothing there.
Hidden in the cupboard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you have a cupboard in your room?
A cupboard. No. I have a dresser thing with 3 thingies.
Is there a lock on one?
No. Oh, no. I have a
dresser
gun
thing
shelf.
with 3 thingies.
It's got
What
a
the
lock
fuck
in
are
it.
The thingies?
Check the manufacturer date on that. There was a certain recall on locked items,
Whispers.
so there might be an Indian in your cupboard.
Whispering eye. Inside the cupboard.
Because he would just constantly randomly whisper to me like, "Hey, don't step there." Hello. And I'm like, "Why? Don't step over there either." Then I can't move. Perfect.
Don't bother with that red dot.
And I'm
Are you
like,
sure it's not you looking out for you? Just being like,
it's probably that, but I don't think so. Because I'm usually like, man, I really want to eat this Twinkie. And then my other voice is like, no, you don't. That's going to make you fat. And I'm like, but it's really good. No, you don't want to eat that. All right, I guess I'll buy 2 of them.
you're all stubborn and
Quit
shit.
being a rebel.
Yeah.
Stop being a rebel. Or say, yeah, you're like doing that. Jump in the freeway. Get out of the road. I knew to get out of the road. Fucking creamed. It's like, he got too cocky with his conscience, dude.
See, I was hoping you guys would catch on to this a lot quicker. It's my spidey senses. Because when I was 6, I went on a field trip to the Great Salt Lake, and I got bit by brine shrimp, like a million of them.
Dude, that's what I'll be for Halloween, the Spidey Man, so that when I go up to the door and I leave an oyster on the front porch, it'll make sense. They'll be like looking up, and I'll be like just in the costume, like, eh. I don't even say a word, just I'll shake my hand side to side.
Hey.
Oh, God, dude.
Just like,
Anyway.
Spider-Man doesn't have a hole in his mouth to show his tongue.
he doesn't
is
got a hole
really
in his
weird,
pants either,
sir.
but we got my. So here we are. We're getting candy or what? So this guy's
Oh, my God.
all right. Where's your bag? Just like pull your pants up. Just let him drop it in. Drop it on in.
Falls right out.
Drop it down the pants. It's like looks like a diaper, like you've been shitting your pants. It's like a giant adult baby Spider-Man that shit his pants. It's candy.
It's melting in my pants as I run around.
All the almond joys and shit. They're like fucking-
Do you have any ice? Throw some ice in there.
oh,
Dude,
dude, that'd be the perfect though, because then it's like, dude, I can't believe you got pants full of, candy and chocolate all over. And I'm like, yeah, it's chocolate. It's chocolate. To the next house. To the next house. And you're walking, you fucking have to stop for once at the bathroom and just shit my pants and go.
I fucking hate you right now so bad because that's the smartest thing I've heard.
I heard
Edmund's
back,
just like laughing right now, but when on the 31st, when he gets a knock on the door and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see who wants this," opens the door and Brick's standing there like,
he's like, "Oh, dude,
"You said."
my baby costume just went to the next level." He's like, shitty dad. That's how you could do. You just pull out chocolate and stuff. Oh, take your baby costume to the next level. He's like, "Oh, you're an adult baby. You're just like a baby." Oh my god, that's so funny. And he'd be like, "Yeah, I even got a shitty diaper." Fucking pull your hand out.
Oh, it's Nutella in there?
Or shit.
Or Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, God. You gotta make it
Dude,
real.
Nutella would be perfect, dude. It's like Kinder Egg. You eat it and like a little fucking toy pops out. What do you know here?
What do you know?
It's like a little compass and shit. Oh, looks like you may have navigated straight to my heart.
Dude, I want one of those Kinder Eggs so bad.
Those are good.
Stupid that
Order
they're
them.
not here.
Right when you were
can't.
thinking about, like, when you said that Nutella, I was just thinking about that hazelnut chocolate. I was like, fuck.
Isn't it crazy how it's illegal to like bring them in? It's like an insane fine
No,
if you get caught with them in your air luggage.
Just go on
Yeah, I fucking opened a
Reddit.com
Kinder Egg and it gave me a mission, dude. It's
/
like,
candy
mission if you choose
exchange.
to accept it. It's like, fucking opened it up. Next thing you know, I was pregnant. It's like, psst. It's like, where's that? Like, it's like lavender. Lavender smells good. It's like,
What the fuck? You're like, I got one of the ones that was supposed to be sent to a Russian spy. You open it up, it's like, you wake up in the lab.
cyanide.
Dimitri, are you awake? What
A
the
red
fuck
fox.
is going on in here?
You're a sleeper agent or whatever.
They fucked up and they sent you the wrong egg.
Like this guy's broken.
Why do you think they like limit the import of those? Do you think because of? I honestly think because of like certain things, like how it's like Hershey's, you know, America's chocolate. Like you see these like certain chocolates that are always the same chocolate here.
I think it's a little bit of that because that chocolate's fucking bomb, dude.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like there's all kinds of chocolate, even with like I remember trying to get into dark chocolate. Like when you want to go find a dark chocolate, I remember having to go hunt down dark chocolate on freaking period run missions. And I'm like, go out there and it's like
Dark cocoa, 80%.
Yeah, it's like all mostly, yeah, if you get like, it's like cocoa 85, 80, whatever, but then mostly everything is just like Hershey's regular chocolate, Reese's. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is all the regular chocolates?
I think if they imported that shit and they were selling that at like Harmon's or Walmart, I'd buy that instead of any other candy. Snickers, Rolos, any of that shit would go out the fucking window in a heartbeat, and I'd buy that.
Just go to a European store. They have them there, dude.
Not Kinder Eggs.
Of course, they don't have Kinder Eggs, dude, because kids choke on those.
No, it's not that they choke on them. It's that there is a plastic thing inside of an edible.
And kids choke on
They
that.
can't have it.
That's why they can't have it. No, because it's a cross-contamination. There's plastic, and there's something that was handled inside of the food. That's why they don't like them here.
Well, what happened to the Wonder Balls?
Exact same thing, I
Wait,
think.
is there an issue then? Is that
That's
like
the issue, is that it's not like FDA approved because something that is being manufactured in a factory is being put inside the food.
Is that a good issue to have? Is that a good thing that they have in place? Is that
I don't think so, because I think all the
contamination?
toys in the Kinder Eggs are sterilized or whatever, so they're clean when they're inside the toy, inside the egg. So it doesn't really make sense. Like, I could see maybe like 30 years ago, if there was a Kinder Egg like that.
With a lead toy paint.
Yeah.
You know, really, we have this weird misconception too with germs and shit that we think that it's actually even there's some imagine some kind of visible barrier where nothing kind of comes through and shit. You know, I remember working at the water treatment plant when they would treat through the water. It would go through a couple different areas, and most of it was just to get particulates. So
Yeah,
a couple of the filters, those carbon filters, those charcoal ones. And then the last one, chemical dump. So if anyone wanted to actually poison the water system, at least for Salt Lake Valley, it would be just as easy for them to tap into almost any, like, maybe a hose pump on the side of a house, but for sure like a fire hydrant. Just and say they had like some vial thing and just squished it or turned it on screwed it on the fire hydrant. And just,
I'd love to see you try to do that.
I know. I was like, all right when I pull that off, you put that on. These guys like sliding around. All these kids are like, let's go play. Fucking right over there. But yeah, like say we're to do that, you know, where you could just put it in there and just circulate it. Like it would, you would just do that. You would just fall right into the water system and circulate. So
I'd love to see you do that.
Oh, dude, you
Watch
crank that-
me, boys.
Crank that bitch open, it's gone.
That would be really funny.
I think you can do it like as if you had a giant like hose, like a water weenie, and you had it hooked up to the house, and then you turned it on. It was like, whoosh, and it was like opened. You know?
That sucker would shoot off, wouldn't it?
But then the end over there, you know, say that's where the cap is, and you just left it there. That eventually would like seep into the water line.
Wait, what? What
Yeah.
water weenie? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah,
Water weenie connected to a fire hydrant?
Or like say it was just your regular house. Yeah, so technically you could do it with a house, supposedly. So say you were to take like a hose full of anthrax, and then you just tie it on there, but it's liquid anthrax, and you just screw it on. And say it's like the hose of warm water. The hose got warm water, and you just turned it on, And if you immediately like undo the other end, say it's got a little gun end on it, you're gonna fucking like burn yourself with the hot water that's been sitting in the hose. Like, what the fuck? Oh shit. But if you left it there for like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, eventually, like the water's, because you've opened up that line, and so now instead of it stopping down there, it's stopping at that end. And so technically it's like as if you just shoved that whole thing in there. And so even though it'll take forever, if you were just to leave it, it will just slowly, like, as if it was still in the water, you know, just disperse its way through the line.
I don't think that's how water works.
This is how the guy at the water treatment described it to me. He's like, that's why they had a lot of security there, and that's the guy that's what he said. He's like, to be honest, you could do it just as easy anywhere, any location that you have water. If you were just to...
So, like, I could take a hose, and I could put it on my wiener, and I could just open it up, and I could pee in there.
You could take this hose...
And nothing will
happen.
happen.
You could leave your little Halloween oyster inside this hose. And you could tie it to your faucet and then let the water shoot into the hose. And then leave it there for a while or whatever.
Wouldn't it just spill it out?
Or say you just left it there and say, yeah, maybe it'd spill it out or whatever. And then you just didn't. And then you just, you know, whatever. And then, I mean, if you turned it off, it would stay there. But if it was
you do
turned off
realize when you spin, when you use the little nozzle to open and close, it actually, like, closes. So your hose is disconnected from the water.
Yeah, but while it's open, you know.
But then it's just flushing water out.
To the end. But what happens when it stops? It's not like it just stays there, like waiting, like, hold, brothers, hold. It's like free flowing, you know, like the water molecules will still move.
I see what you're saying.
You know when you have a hose
like
and then you bend it and you kink it? That water that's sitting in there doesn't, like, explode the hose. It's just sitting there, right?
Yeah.
So what he's saying, eventually, if you have that kink and you inject whatever you want into that kink, whatever he injected is eventually going to go back into the house. Shot Phil?
Yeah. Say you had a giant pool. Say
It makes sense, but it'd be so diluted. Because
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Just say you don't...
But it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't... Because I know...
Say you're a super ISISt. I'm super ISIS. I bring this virus from space. And it's fucking... Yeah, it's from freaking North Korea. And they just plug that sucker in there, and it only takes, like... It's like that Batman shit, you know, where it's like just a train. Well, I guess it's quite a bit more train-sized, you know, and they crashed into the water supply, and it, like, you know, would poison everybody.
Almost crashed into the water supply.
Similar. Because, yeah, I guess if you took, like, a dolphin-sized pool, and then you were going to drain it, and you have that little knob at the bottom, and you just screws a hose in. I'm going to plug it into the plant so I don't waste it right here on the cement. And then you open that up, and then you have the end on that, and just left it. Be like, oh, I'm just kidding. I don't want to waste the water. And, like, maybe say there was a poisonous something in there. Eventually it would, like, seep in, you know, if it just sat there.
All I know is if you get a jar of, like, nasty water and you want to clean it up, you put a drop of bleach in there.
A drop.
Well, a drop. And now you drink that bleach. Bleach. A drop into, like, a glass of water.
I believe it. Well, that's what they did. The
so
treatment plant.
Now if you're like...
they just poured, like, a chemical in it, and they're like, it's good.
Yeah, it's okay. Probably, like, a gallon of bleach.
And they just, like, fucking let it run down the pipes. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's
like,
probably a gallon of bleach, dude.
It's like, that's all right.
Because that'd be funny, like, North Korea comes here, they're like, we will poison our water. What are we going to do? Pour bleach into the water. They throw it in there. The guy's like, thanks. We can't really pay you for that. What do you mean? We just poisoned the water. No, you actually just cleaned it. Thanks.
We will control their mind with fluoride. It's like perfect.
Wait a minute, that cleans the water.
Then the government would be like, get in line. Just kidding, that's another one of those conspiracies. That's the worst part, though, too, is, like, now with, like, I guess, talking about with all the conspiracies and different things that when they pop up, but I guess going to the Las Vegas thing with the conspiracy, the thing that I said was, I'm like, either way, you know, because, like, that, I think it was Joe Rogan or someone says it with the conspiracy, either some crazy guy conspired to go shoot a bunch of people in this place or some crazy person did or government did or whatever. So, like, either way, it's still, like, a conspiracy. But, I guess without trying to go down that dark road, there's always... Like I said, fuck it. I mean, as far as, like, with that thing... when
You're like, look...
I'm, like, waiting for...
Yeah. Look, guys,
you know,
let me tell you a story. This story will entail
All about how
you know what?
my
Fuck
life
it.
got twisted upside down.
And I like to take a minute to. No.
It's like, you know what, guys? Fuck it.
Well, I guess as far as like with the conspiracy thing too, it's just I don't know. I was always bringing it back to with the Las Vegas shooting.
Square one.
I just get kind of sketched out, I guess, of even talking about the conspiracy being it from one side or from another side because I feel like I don't know. It happens either way. It's like a conspiracy either way. It's done either way. It's
So there's no such thing as a truth.
Yeah, it's
There is. It's called
is.
an AI. We are all in a simulation.
Because there'd be like
What, dude?
There'd
Why
be
you
like
look
my
at me like
truth
that?
and like your truth and then the truth type of thing.
Nobody believes me.
I believe it. I believe in simulation.
That we're in one right now?
A version of something similar to it, kind of. Yeah, I could easily see it being a simulation, not necessarily like a simulation that has a purpose, but just like a simulation that's similar to like Grand Theft Auto. It has a purpose. I mean, there's missions and things that need to be done, but ultimately, it's just a game that wants to be played.
I could see that.
So that's how I would imagine more of the simulation. Not ultimately that there's like some thing that's driving it, maybe, or maybe maybe it's self-sufficient where it drives itself, or you need to,
Like a Tesla car.
yeah, so you need to play the game so that it can give its energy.
Whoa, why'd you just point your finger at me like that?
Don't
Play
trigger
the
him.
game,
Don't
dude.
trigger me.
Play the
Don't trigger
game.
him.
It's like, whoa, dude, you're putting me on the spot.
Just play
Guess
the
what
game.
new game's coming out that I'm actually kind of excited about?
Does that have to do with simulation
Definitely not
theory?
Red Dead Redemption.
No, not Red Dead
2.
Redemption, but I am excited about that game. It's a new one. It's an MMO. It's called Chronicles of Illyria. Get this. Everything in the game is player made. So like, let's say you want to buy a sword, right? Another player made it. It's pretty sweet.
No, dude. That sounds horrible.
And the game is run on a 10-year cycle. So servers run for 10 years, and by the end of the 10 years, you're supposed to like kill the main boss or whatever. All the players are supposed to work together in 10 years, or one guy can dominate it and be like crowned. Like let's say you named your character Longshaft McGee or something, and you defeat the main guy in 8 years. Like you go down in history books as.
Are they trying to Ready Player One it?
What do they do
Yeah.
in that 2 years? Do you think afterwards? Just
I think they just restart.
If that, like,
Another
you
10
kill the
years.
guy and then, like, we had 2 years of prosperous prosperity where we just played and had fun until the dark times came.
Again.
Yeah. Once the thing rose from the dead.
Why don't you just make a golden gun?
And would it be a different
can't.
story each 10 years?
I think so.
I guess you'd have to. After 10 years, you'd hope your fucking lazy developers would make something.
Oh, wow, dude. You attacking DayZ now, huh? It's been about
Yeah.
6. And they're still developing in
Your can of tuna
pre-alpha.
and don't get fucking killed.
Can of peaches, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta get the can of peaches, get an AK, and hang out in a tent.
It's like,
Somebody in the
can of
tent?
peaches, yeah.
No.
It's like, goes quiet.
Dude, like,
Sack of potatoes.
who's in the tent? It's just a tent.
Yeah.
Leave the tent alone.
Tent noises.
Start shooting out from inside.
Yeah. Just people camping here. Nothing but camping.
Nothing but trees here. Keep moving. Obviously, see a
actually
tent.
have like a playlist on your CD. It's called like The Sounds of Camping. It's like, now enjoy the sounds of camping.
Fire crackling, huh?
It's like, yeah,
No fire.
yeah, it's like bird log and shit.
It'd be even
Let's
funnier
get it
if it like
on.
actually
It's like a-
played that pre-entry audio. Sounds of fire cracking.
Yeah.
Wind blowing.
I heard you in there. It's like, it's a track. It's a track.
There's nobody in here. Go away.
Yeah. Like ambient noises. It's like leaving now. The guy's just outside the tent. Stomping on the ground, you know? Just-
Sounds of feet stomping. You want to play this game, do ya?
Yeah, two can play that game. Like everyone's running their phone apps and stuff. Are you on Sprint right now? It's DayZ, dude. We're using the DayZ servers.
Sound of person walking away. Tick, 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 tick. That's obviously a soundtrack of a hallway person walking away.
Mm-hmm.
It's a soundtrack of a person walking away in the woods.
Damn,
More believable, he's probably not there anymore.
I was just thinking about it. There's probably one guy that probably could get cell phone towers maybe working again. Like, say it was apocalypse and then maybe there was power still, but all they had to do was kind of just get a few things in place. And they could get cell phone towers going. I bet a guy or like 5 guys could get an area in maybe like LA or something with the cell phone towers working again. Think about an apocalypse situation if someone got cell phones going in like apocalypse. That guy, like, that'd be... I'd imagine that'd be like the richest man in the world after that.
No, what would happen
What
is somebody
currency
else...
would, do you think?
No, what would happen is a gang of or a group of guys would be like, hey, our cell phones have service. Someone must be working at one of the cell phone towers. And they'd walk until they lost it. And then they'd figure out a perimeter of which cell phone tower they have signal from. And then they'd just go to it and be like, let us in. This is our cell phone tower.
No, I talk to the tower and you're just like 5 towers back and you're just like...
And then they'd be like, nope.
Fucking ground implodes, they all fall down and shit like that. You could get that one? Hell yeah, I got that one on both the slow-mo and the high D because you raided the fucking mall, so you got all the good cameras. Hell yeah, we're gonna load that up to our own Daisy YouTube or our ZTube. Get your own like fucking network going on.
How many views do we have? Well, you watched it yesterday, right?
Yeah, I watched it.
So now we have 2.
Maybe we can contact Google, get some ad monetization.
He's like, we are literally the only people on the internet right now.
I imagine people would do something similar to that, to be honest.
I think it'd be a waste of fucking time, dude.
I feel like people would pick up waste of time things to bring them back to maybe
how
a
long
monotony
after
reality.
the apocalypse?
I bet.
If it's long after, oh yeah. But if it's directly after, I'd be like, dude, I'm in the woods. You're down there. Good luck.
I bet it would be like a couple of days after. Like, say you go to the prison, like an Uber, like at the Daisy or.
That's the last place I'd
Is the
go.
apocalypse worldwide, or is it just this area?
I'd say worldwide.
Then
Apocalypse.
what's the point of cell phone service if you can only?
But like, I
If you
think
could call like Japan, that'd be cool.
yeah, that would be cool. But I guess
much
down that road, like as far as
this isn't cool. I don't speak Japanese.
like Mose, it's like, hey, we're learning. But with each room, I feel each person, like, it would only take like a day or two, and they would try and pimp out their own shit. Try and pimp out their own room and do their type of thing. So if you were to like, steal a prison or a school or whatever, it would only be a short period of time before someone's like, I'm gonna mow the lawn. I don't
think anybody would want to mow the lawn in an apocalypse.
I'm gonna have a
kind of
Hey,
apocalypse?
look at Walking Dead, dude. Everyone's mowing the lawn. Someone's
Fuck that
mowing
show,
the lawn, dude. Oh, dude. That would be a funny episode for them just to drop in there. Mm-hmm. Just some guy. It's like fucking like a
No,
zombie.
it'd have
He's
to
like
be-
stuck to it.
We wouldn't have a mower.
Fucking-
It's just stuck on like a super long gasoline hose.
It'd be a guy with a scythe.
Oh yeah, it's a guy with like
fucking-
or a guy like Michonne. He's got like fucking 10 zombies all strapped to their with no arms, like strapped to the fucking.
No, they'd all have their
lawnmowers,
arms.
bzzz, and you just following them.
No. Who's that one guy
The person
that?
downstairs probably gonna be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Who's the one dude that has? It's like a Comedy Central guy or whatever, and he does the thing where he does 10 puppets or shit in a row, and it's him in the middle, and he's got like these huge sticks
Oh,
coming from his
Dimitri
Oh,
arms.
that was me, dude. Yeah, I was doing that the other day.
Dimitri Martin,
Isn't it?
and he's got like 3 dummies that look just like him dressed in front of him, and 3 dummies behind him, and like everywhere he walks, they walk
I think
too.
that's what it was. I don't know.
But that's what you would do is with the zombies, and you'd have like sticks going through their arms. So like whenever you move your arms, all the zombies' arms move.
It's
So
like,
you-
I mean, dude,
So
it
So
was
you'd have
funny
them-
the first couple times, but you just need to cut it out, man.
So you'd have them all with scythes, and you'd just be like,
You got like this group, like Rick's group, all going through. They're all fucking tired and shit, looking to eat dog food. Oh my god, what's that noise? Dude, what's that? Get down! What's that noise? There's some guy. He's got his fucking headphones on. All the zombies like, there's like 10 of them in a row. It's like, shh. It's like, nah.
Rick's just like, Oh, so that's how they stay cut and then just leaves, and that's the end of that scene.
The end of that. That'd be a good episode where they just slip that in there.
I would die laughing.
They should just slip some shit in there and just leave it, and then just never touch it
Yeah,
again.
and like if somebody asks about it, just what are you talking about?
because they know the Uber nerds will like put together some YouTube channel about it later and shit. Because I'd watched fucking Game of Thrones. People like put together conspiracies about how
all the possibilities.
the Stark boys are like fucking the White Walkers or some shit. And
I believe in that one though.
See, people like I was like watching it, and that's why I started
Spoiler.
watching. Yeah, so that's why I started watching all the battle scenes and shit, getting me caught up and getting all the intense scenes. Because when I started watching the conspiracies, I had no fucking idea what was going on.
There's too many episodes of that show for me to start watching it. I was like, fuck it.
If you go backwards, it makes a lot more sense.
What do you mean? Like you start
Watch it
watching from the
most
newest
recent
episode?
to the very first one.
Well, no. What?
I don't know. I don't know.
that'd be
Just do it, dude. That'd be weird.
It's like, I swear in the last episode you died. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm watching backwards. Dummy.
Damn, watching Game of Thrones backwards would fucking be confusing. Mm-hmm. I started watching some of this. I watched maybe 2 or 3 seasons of it. I started watching just to catch up. Like in like season 7, half the people I don't even know. I'm like, oh, who are you? And what are you doing here? And why do I care?
do you
that you're
know?
Cutting, yeah. Where's the other people? And then I'm like, starts going back. Season 4, Red Wedding. Okay. Oh, well, you guys got your head cut off. Okay, you got stabbed in the head. Okay. All right, next person. Oh, you got your neck slit. Okay. Damn, everyone's dying here. Okay, let's see what's good.
I just can't get...
Guy gets crossbowed on the fucking toilet.
Yeah, it's
a
probably
good
real
one.
life, though. I bet that's probably how it was back in the day, you know.
That's how they said it happened in the Wild West, too. There was no standoffs, like glorious standoffs in the street between, like, lawmen and fucking cattle rustlers or none of that shit. Usually, if you were wanted, you got shot on the toilet. Because, like, nobody would... Yeah, in an outhouse. Because nobody would risk their lives getting... Why would I have a standoff with you in the middle of a street? When I could wait for your ass to go on the shitter and then I'll just shoot you on the shitter.
That's why I like Django.
Django. I can see
But that wasn't real.
I know, but I feel like that's more real than...
You mean the gunfight in, like, the mansion and
Yeah,
stuff?
like how he just fucking kills people. Not like in the mansion, like he's a bounty hunter.
Oh, yeah. Like how he kills those 2 guys at the very beginning on the horses.
Well, I don't think he was looking for those guys. He was looking for Django on that part. But when he goes into the town, he's like, oh, because he had Django, who's black, inside the bar, and he knew that the owner would be like, oh, I'm going to go get the sheriff. He's like, make sure you get the sheriff, not the deputy. So he leaves, he brings back the sheriff, and the sheriff's like, all right, the fun's over. And he's like, boom, shoots the dude in the fucking head, and then he's like, now go get the deputy. And the deputy comes back, and he's like, hey, this guy, you guys elected sheriff about 2 years ago, right? Yep. That's about the same time he fucking did this and robbed a bank or something. And gets fucking paid to kill the dude in broad daylight.
Now you could
To be
get
honest,
the deputy.
I could see the Wild West being exactly like that, like 100%.
Well, if you're a
Unpredictable,
badass.
to be honest, though.
Yeah,
Well,
if you're
'cause there's that
100%
Tom-
badass.
I can't
If
remember.
you're
I was trying
not,
to think
you'd
of that
fucking
movie.
sneak
There's
up on the sheriff.
It was like Tom Hardy was in one. It was an old western, or maybe it was even like
Ooh, I love that one.
I can't remember what the heck it's called, but he's got one where he's like talking to the guy, and the guy's like, "Hey, man," he's like, "You guys can't be here." He's like, "The lawman's coming down or whatever," and he's like, "Well, we got here ourselves a predicament or something like that," and he's like walking up to him, talking to him and stuff, and by the time he gets up to me, he just pulls out his knife. He's like, stabs him, and the guy's like, ugh. And he's like, "Well, there's your problem
Is that
right
the one with
there."
Shia LaBeouf?
I can't remember. I think it might be the one with Shia LaBeouf, but he like straight up like, by the time he gets up to the guy after talking to him for just a little spill, he's like, and then the other guy at the thing was like, "Whoa, there's a problem there," you know, and they fucking just ride off because there's like, dude, you know, I mean,
Isn't that bootleg? Like when they're bootlegging alcohol or whatever?
Cattle wrestlers.
Or no? What, yeah, it's moonshine. They're making moonshine.
Mountain Dew.
I can't remember which one is. Tom Hardy's a badass, so such a good actor. But I mean, I remember like with a lot of the old and like outlaws and stuff, that a lot of times they wouldn't go to certain funerals and certain things like that because a lot of times they would go to a funeral and it was like, oh, perfect.
Set up.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, the marshal's like, oh my god, like that was like basically like getting 2 of them. If you shoot a brother, oh my god, I got a brother. Oh my god, it's only like fucking 5 days. We'll have their, you know, tombstone out. That's like the movie Tombstone. Those little western ones, you know, and they're killing everyone basically while they're preparing everything for the funeral, because by the time everyone showed up, and they're like, "Why wait? I'm gonna fucking kill you now." And then you know you got the mad scientist plugging in fucking tower clocks and kids zipping through future and back to time, and
Yeah. Fucking Zip.
You talking about
Back to the Future.
Back to
Number 3, dude. Dude, I love that one. Dude, I love Back to the Future.
I stopped that too.
What?
Number 3 is when they go back to the Wild West, right?
Yeah, then we go back to the Wild
But
West.
I will say Ninja Turtles 3, isn't that the Last Samurai one?
Yeah, where they like to use a time machine, the scepter, and it's like shoosh, goes back in time. But we will stop this, I think, so that you can go back and watch number 3. Because, dude, you got to watch Back to the Future number 3, dude.
Agreed.
Or you can watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Samurai one.
That's true, yeah, number 3.
Take your pick. Let us know.
Well, yeah, man. As always, I mean, click on the Amazon link, buy some shirts, support the pod. Thanks for listening.
Peace out. Deuces.